girls! This is Cammie Morgan from the Gallagher Academy. Throughout the summer, I'll be telling you about some of our spying adventures. Listen to me every week on gallagheracademy.co.uk. I suppose a lot of teenage girls feel invisible sometimes, like they just disappear. Well, that's me, Cammie the chameleon. But I'm luckier than most because at my school, that's considered cool. I go to a school for spies. Of course, technically, the Gallagher Academy for Exceptional Young Women is a school for geniuses, not spies, and we're free to pursue any career that befits our exceptional educations. But when a school tells you that and then teaches you things like advanced encryption and 14 different languages, it's kind of like Big Tobacco telling kids not to smoke. So, all of us Gallagher girls know lip service when we hear it. Even my mom rolls her eyes but doesn't correct me when I call it spy school, and she's the headmistress. Of course, she's also a retired CIA operative, and it was her idea for me to write this, my first covert operations report, to summarize what happened last semester. She's always telling us that the worst part of the spy life isn't the danger, it's the paperwork. After all, when you're on a plane home from Istanbul with a nuclear warhead in a hat box, the last thing you want to do is write a report about it. So that's why I'm writing this, for the practice. If you've got a level 4 clearance or higher, you probably know all about us Gallagher girls, since we've been around for more than 100 years. The school, not me. I'll turn 16 next month. But if you don't have that kind of clearance, then you probably think we're just an urban spy myth, like jetpacks and invisibility suits. And you drive by our ivy-covered walls, look at our gorgeous mansion and manicured grounds, and assume, like everyone else, that the Gallagher Academy for Exceptional Young Women is just a snooty boarding school for bored heiresses with no place else to go. Well, to tell you the truth, we're totally fine with that. It's one of the reasons no one in the town of Roseville, Virginia, thought twice about the long line of limousines that brought my classmates back to school last September. I watched from a window seat on the 3rd floor of the mansion as the cars materialized out of the blankets of green foliage and turned through the towering wrought iron gates. The half-mile-long driveway curved through the hills, looking as harmless as Dorothy's yellow brick road, not giving a clue that it's equipped with laser beams that read tire treads and sensors that check for explosives, and one entire section that can open up and swallow a truck whole. If you think that's dangerous, don't even get me started about the pond. I wrapped my arms around my knees and stared through the window's wavy glass. The red velvet curtains were drawn around the tiny alcove, and I was enveloped by an odd sense of peace, knowing that in 20 minutes the corridors were going to be crowded, music was going to be blaring, and I was going to go from being an only child to one of 100 sisters, so I knew to savor the silence while it lasted. Then, as if to prove my point, a loud blast and the smell of burning hair came floating up the main stairs from the 2nd floor Hall of History, followed by Professor Buckingham's distinguished voice crying, "Girls, I told you not to touch that!" The smell got worse, and one of the 7th graders was probably still on fire, because Professor Buckingham yelled, "Stand still! Stand still, I say!" Then Professor Buckingham said some French swear words that the 7th graders probably wouldn't understand for 3 semesters, and I remembered how every year during new student orientation, one of the newbies will get cocky and try to show off by grabbing the sword Gillian Gallagher used to slay the guy who was going to kill Abraham Lincoln. The first guy, that is. The one you never hear about. But what the newbies aren't told on their tour of the school grounds is that Jilly's sword is charged with enough electricity to, well, light your hair on fire. I just love the start of school. That's all for today. Thanks for listening. To find out what happened next, read the full story in our book, I'd Tell You I Love You, but then I'd have to kill you. Hey, tell us why you would make a great Gallagher girl in this summer's ultimate competition. Are you a chameleon like me? ace every exam like Liz, or make attitude an art form like Macy. Whatever your special talent, tell us about it using a homemade video, photo, hand-drawn picture, or even a written note. We'll pick the best ones to feature on the Gallagher Academy website. Every entrant will receive some exclusive Gallagher Girl goodies, and the overall winner will become the owner of a shiny new iPod Touch. To find out more about the competition, log on to gallagheracademy.co.uk and sign up to the competition. See you there! Good luck!